What's up? Just of the stream starting in a second here. Alright, testing. And how's it going? And I have my own volume on my phone up that I'm looking at the stream. So good at this. Alright. Hello, color. My #1 fan, I see. So, I made a new ability off camera. Does single target damage, is a ranged attack. Oh, spark up just like is a ranged attack that does damage to a single target. And as you can see, it's a very fast-moving projectile. It's more meant to be a lightning bolt than a laser stick. It makes a little more sense if you could hear it. Yeah, get wrecked, Jimmy. Yeah, so it is like a tracking thing. But as you can see, it's only going to do damage to a single target at a time. It won't miss. Just like my humor. Haha. Teabag on anyone. Also, this type of loot will not, like, actually be part of the game. I'm gonna remove that via commands. Hello. Can I call your name? I don't know if I can pronounce it. Ask, give me 25. It's the best I can do. Yeah, okay, so point of this stream, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna work on. I think I'm probably gonna get started on probably the reputation system. So this could be basically how people determine like whether you're a hero or a villain, and then I'm gonna be doing the perks into it later. But I'm either gonna be doing that or I'm going to be doing the civilian system. Yeah, I'm gonna do the civilian system, I think. Well, let me do a few tests first. Hello, civilian. People's villager. Got weapon. Got main hand. Uh, no, these commands don't have tutorials. This is for the upcoming realm that I am currently working on, which I do have like a video explaining what the realm is in like it's on my channel. It's like 7 minute video, I think. All right, now make sure this works. Perfect. Die. We're basically gonna be using. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, let's just mouse real quick. Okay, so it's invisible. Okay, so it works. Cool. So yeah, so basically what I want to do, if you kill a civilian, you lose social credit. Because generally killing civilians is frowned upon. No, I did not make an invisible totem add-on. I just put it in the offhand, so it's invisible. And it won't be an add-on, it'll just be a resource pack. How do I make the items stay on loss? I have no idea what you're asking. Thank you for giving the reference. Alright, so... place item, entity, the villager... Um, 0... keep totem of... I think it'd be that. This villager literally cannot die. Alright, there we go. Now villagers will get one totem. Say... That's just a civilian. So basically what I'm going to be adding here is adding a way for civilians to randomly be spawning across the map whenever players are nearby. And one of the things that we're going to be doing here is going to have that affect the reputation system. So if I kill civilians, it's going to make my reputation go down. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to make the civilian system, then I'm going to make the reputation system. Rep, dummy, reputation. Alright. So, I'm going to make a village civvy despawn system. How's everyone's days going? Feels weird just doing commands knowing I'm being watched. Unless it's 50. Run S. Jolly, apparently, is he here? What? I don't know why he wouldn't be able to talk. Hi, Jolly, if you're here. Allegedly. Alright, so what we should see, though, is if I'm just gonna spawn egg. This way. Basically, what should happen, I go away. Far enough. Maybe. If I turn my commands on, that helps. Okay, cool. So basically, civilians will despawn if nobody is in range. That way, we're not filling up with large quantities of civilians, as that would be quite not good, as the kids say. Oh, that's okay. So then, let's make the reputation system. So, this will be pretty simple. Execute at A, at E, villager. Then we do the house item to make sure they don't have a totem. Item equals totem. Quantity equals 0. Tag equals totem. Run scoreboard. Players remove at P. Actually, we're going to do something different. If entity at P. No. What do you mean missed the stream? The stream just started. Oh, you can chat now. You did not, Muffin, you did not miss the stream. I just started like 5 minutes ago. I'm just gonna do this one. Run tag at P. Add city died. Also city kill. Okay. Unless entity at E tag equals, let's say killer. Also, this is in a bit. Equals 20. 50. Civic kill. Okay. So that'll give me the tag. Basically, it'll give the cool. Thank you. So basically, when a villager dies, it's going to give a tag to the nearest player. So I should now have the tag. Civic kill. Yep. And then it's going to kill the villager after that, but that's step 2. How long has it been since I've been around? A long time. What did I cancel? World of Chaos last August, right? World of Blood 5 died, I feel like in March of last year. And then I think I canceled World of Chaos last August, something like that. If I remember correctly. Cool. So one of the things that I wanted to do here is I wanted to make, especially for something like killing a civilian, if you're trying to become a villain, you know, just killing a bunch of civilians is kind of boring, so I don't want to be encouraging players who are trying to become a villain to just go around killing civilians. So it's only going to negatively decrease your reputation a little bit if you're already a villain, but if you're a hero, it's going to hurt your reputation way more to kill civilians, so you're going to have to be really careful if you're trying to be a hero. Move a tag equals city kill. What's the word? Rep. We'll say 3 at base. Hey, woo. I'll fix that in a second, whatever. Scores. Rep. 0, so 1 ... It's gonna do 10. And tag A, remove civvy kill. Okay. There's a 3. Yeah, you got as an OG. You both do. I'd say anything before anybody that's joined by World of Blood 3 is definitely an OG. Most of those people don't even know most of the people who are going to be seeing the stream won't even know what that is. Most of the people in the Discord don't actually know what that is. So I should go to 2925. Like, yep. See, my reputation went down by 3 because I killed the civilians. However, just going to set mine to positive. No, set to positive 50. So this means, because I'm positive, that means I'm a hero. Yeah, World War 1 is the true OGs, I would say. But yeah, so because now I'm positive when I kill a civilian, I should go down by 10. Yeah, there we go. Because that way, you know, if you're here, you have to be way more careful, but if you're trying to be a villain, you're not going to get much progress out of killing civilians. Alright, time. And yes, all superpowers will work on civilians, whether or not you want them to. So if you're trying to not kill civilians, you have to be careful, which is very intentional. I want players who are going for the hero route to be very intentional with how they're doing things, and very careful of... Oh, I want players to be very intentional with what they're doing. Basically, Muffin, I'm starting on the reputation system by allowing your reputation to be affected by the murder of civilians. So I'm just going to start with that. We're going to start with that base reputation system, and then I'm going to make the actual civilian spawn systems. Or... No, I'm not. I'm going to make the murderer spawn. I'm going to make the murderer reputation system. So it's going to be like pillagers and vindicators are going to be murderers, and basically killing them will positively influence. These guys will randomly spawn like the pillagers and the vindicators. These guys are going to be randomly spawning in. Yeah, this is the social code I'm talking about. How many powers have I added? There's 5 total. I showed all of them off last stream except for this one. This one does single target damage. It's just like a little instant lightning bolt. So those are the 5 powers that I have right now. That one I added off camera. Other than that, I think I showed everything off during the last stream. Alright, so it's going to be the same, pretty much literally the exact same system, but for murderers. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't mention UGCs, I don't feel like doing UGCs again. I'll just say criminal. That way players are pretty clear on that. Yeah, definitely not doing that. I don't really do anything with Java. I honestly, I don't know Java commands. They are different. Like, I don't even know if I could make a UGC or not. I could probably figure it out, but I don't feel like spending that much time. And how do you get a better reputation? So yeah, so there's gonna be like missions, and there's basically because you can. It's actually not necessarily a bad thing to have a bad reputation as long as you are really bad. You can be a villain, but what you don't want to do is be in the middle. So if you want to be a villain, you can actually do a lot of bad things intentionally, and there will be some kind of rewards for that. So what I'm working on right now is kind of like the opposite for killing civilians. You're going to be able to kill criminals. I'm not getting into the morality of the death penalty. Please don't ask about that. I'm aware that just killing random criminals is not actually a good thing. I'm just making a game mechanic, just so we're clear. Antagonist killer. I don't know. We'll do. We can actually get rid of that entirely. I'm gonna change it right here. Yeah, the stuff is okay. So the perks would be what I'm leaning towards right now, but I actually haven't fully decided this yet. Is number one, you'd have different mutations, and so this is gonna be like basically if your reputation is like, I'm just using the number 1,000, I might change it. But if your reputation is like -1,000, then you're a supervillain. If it's +1,000, you're a superhero. And basically, if you've achieved these ranks, there may be mutations that you can get that are specific to being heroes and that are specific to being villains. As well as I might make like kind of light quest systems, not like a big whole quest system, but like a light quest system where, you know, you go kill this one boss, not like a full-on Water Blood dungeon or something like that. And some of those will be specific to whether you are a superhero or a supervillain. That's the idea. Yeah. So that's what I'm leaning towards right now. I haven't fully decided if I want to do more than that or less than that. But I do want it to. I want players to want to be one or the other. Like, I want there to be a reason to want to be one or a reason to be one or the other. Well, flying is. So, powers are different than mutations. All powers are going to be accessible to all people. Not all at the same time. Okay, so mutations will not be items. My idea for mutations at the moment, and this is going to be something that I'm going to be actually making later on. Like, it's going to be much further into development, I think, when it comes to mutations. What I'm planning, though, is it will have, like, a positive and a negative aspect. So, for instance, you might get a mutation that's like your laser vision power is weaker, but you get bonus energy while sprinting. Like, it could be something like that. So it's going to have both a positive and a negative aspect, is the plan. I don't think I did this right. Let's see, criminal, did I do this? Run tag. Okay, I did. So yeah, so basically there's going to be a bunch of different things like that. It's going to vary. What's up? Oh, sorry, one second. Sorry, let's reply to a text. The Force in Star Wars. Maybe I haven't decided what kind of stuff I want to do there, but so for instance, killing a criminal or killing a murder because they're going to be rarer. It's like 9. What's a triple? And then rep 7. What's 7 times 3? It's 21. Yeah, but I didn't want it to be 21. I wanted it to be. Yeah, no, I want it to be 21. Okay, sorry. Can I do this? I forget. Ooh, that was a voice crack. I think I can do this. I forget if I can do this or not, to be honest. Pillager. Let's see, criminal. Oh. That was fun. I want to introduce myself. I mean, this is like, I don't do streams that often, but yeah. Go ahead, say hi, everybody. Ah, frick. Okay, what did I mess up here? Kill. Probably because I didn't do this. Shit. Okay, now what I don't know is why he died instantaneously. Let's try this real quick. Wonder if these guys cannot hold totems in their offhand. Or no, I just didn't give it to him. Okay, that would be why. I did. Okay. He's not Spanish. Yeah, to be surveillance cooler. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping people will want to choose both heroes and villains, and I want to make it different, so there's going to be advantages to both. I think it'll be a little bit harder to be a superhero than it will be to be a criminal, because like one of the things is you're gonna have civilians all over the place. I gotta fix my scoreboard. So you're gonna have like civilians all over the place, and you need to not kill them, like even accidentally. So summon a criminal. Okay, well he should have. No, I didn't turn this on. That's why. There we go. Yeah. So, but basically, if I were to set myself to a negative value, say -50. Oh, -5. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll see that instead of getting not, did I summon it? Nope. Instead of gaining 9, I'll actually gain 30 reputation. Definitely did remove instead of add. Yep, so I figured. This is why we test things. Okay, so basically I kill a criminal. You'll see that I gain 30 reputation. So I only gain 7 reputation if I was already in the positive, but if I'm in the negative, I gain way more. That way you kind of have to work to maintain being a villain or a hero. I don't want players to like very easily accidentally be one or the other. Like I want you to have to actually intentionally be a villain or intentionally be a hero. If you kill a villain as a villain, would your reputation go up or down? So for the sake, I don't even have to choose my house color. Okay, so let me sorry, let me catch up the chat real quick. Oh, hello, funny there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have your reputation be affected by. I don't know if I can have your reputation be affected by PvP or not yet, because I might have it be affected, but like, so one of the things I'm talking about, if you guys can see, is I'm having, once you get to a certain rank, that's when you become supervillain or superhero. But there's kind of this in between area. Like if you're -999 to +999, you're not technically a hero or a villain. So I probably won't have your reputation be affected if you kill someone in that range. But I might have it if you kill a villain who's a supervillain, like their reputation is lower than 1,000, you get a bunch of positive reputation. It'd probably be a lot because that's a supervillain that you're taking down. And in the vice versa, if you kill a hero, you're going to lose a lot of reputation. But if you're in the like in between area between positive and -999, I'm probably gonna have your reputation not be affected at all. Also, I realized the stream is really dark. Give me a second. Okay, so let me get an ammo here, just so we can do some tests. No. So yeah, if you're a villain, you don't necessarily want to kill a villain because that's gonna hurt your reputation. So if you're trying to be a villain, you probably don't want to kill another villain. But if you're a hero, you definitely don't want to be killing another hero. I mean, you can, but it's gonna like hurt your reputation in a way that you don't want it to, which I think makes sense. Like, if you're a force of evil, you don't want to be killing other forces of evil, and if you're a hero, you definitely don't want to be killing other heroes. Like, that seems fairly obvious. It's a 5-9 and thing. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways. So yeah, so basically, let's say we have some criminals here. We'll just kind of do a little simulation. Get some criminals. And a bunch of civilians. Should probably get some. So you'll see I have it so if there is a criminal nearby, I'm not going to lose reputation for these. Well, I shouldn't lose reputation for these guys dying. All right, let me check that. Oh man, those guys wiped them out fast. Okay. Unless... Oh, because I didn't type this out fully. So basically, if a criminal is in range of the murdered civilian, you shouldn't lose reputation. Oh, they don't kill kids. How nice of them. That way, because, the murderer obviously doing the thing, they're not gonna, it's pretty obvious, I feel like. You're not gonna have hordes of criminals either. It's only gonna be like one criminal. They're gonna be much rarer than civilians will. So you can see I'm not losing any reputation. However, I start killing these guys, I'm gonna be changing my reputation. Yeah, get back here. I quite like this spell. I think it's my favorite one that I made. So you can see my reputation is kind of going up because I'm killing these criminals. And since I'm already a criminal, it's gonna be I'm gonna be getting much higher reputation. Versus if I were in the positive, I wouldn't be getting nearly as much. Yeah, I just try to murder a child. Don't clip that. I'm very glad that I had the respect to not kill babies. Kind of boring though, kind of lame if you ask me, because I don't have that restraint. My bad, child. I'm still gonna kill you anyways. Just to demonstrate. So this is basically this is the kind of base concept for the reputation system is going to work. Again, I kind of have civilians and murderers. The idea is to have them all over the map. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's how it works, funny. Yeah, you kill enough murderers, God will forget that you murdered a child. Same, actually, same in real life. By the way, we test the symbols. You mean the resource pack? Is that what you're talking about? Talking about the resource pack, Charlie? I don't know what glitch shell is. I don't want to know what glitch shell is either, but yeah, so basically the idea, what I want to do, another thing you guys will see, like, I forget if I already showed this or not, they're going to despawn if there's players. If there's no players nearby. Because I don't want a bunch of random entities stacking up out of render distance. So that's how we're going to prevent that. Sorry, I'm listening to music. Yeah. So what I want to do is just kind of get a look around. Let me go back up to the city real quick. I think it'll be really cool, because you actually want to, because you can actually be walking around and see. It'll actually somewhat feel like a living city because there's going to be civilians walking around, right? There's going to be like actual civilians. It's not just going to be this dead, empty city. There's going to be civilians wandering around, and occasionally there'll be a criminal, and you'd be like, you're a superhero, you're flying by. Oh, here's a murderer. I will kill him. I'm not justifying just mindlessly murdering people who are criminals, by the way. Don't mindlessly murder criminals. That's immoral. But for the sake of this game, it is moral. And then, I could be a supervillain. You could say, well, hey, I'm kind of bored. Maybe there's no... frick, where's raw iron? Maybe you're kind of a criminal. You're like traveling around. I was like, man, I don't like all these happy civilians. Just murder the crap out of them. Oh, how did that guy survive? Yeah. And this is all gonna kind of affect your reputation. Your IC, I don't know what ICT is. So yeah, but I want to design a system so that these guys are kind of spawning all over the map. I can't use spread players because it would be really weird if there's guys up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I do like the Sonic Punch, it's quite fun. Compute. Do you mean IT? Or is that what information computer technology? Oh, it's weird. I've only seen IT and computer science and CS, I mean. Yeah, so okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to have areas. I'm gonna have my invisible entity thing, which is basically an armor stand. Gonna be dotting those around the map, and the goal here is going to be these will mostly be spawning civilians. Occasionally, they're gonna spawn like a murderer, and they're gonna be all over the map. So as you're flying around, the whole city is gonna feel alive, which is my intent, right? You know, if you're hanging out in an area, there's gonna be civilians around there, and you kind of get to interact with them. I'm not saying I might add some like dialogues, like if you guys see, if I summon a Jimmy real quick. Oh, that's another thing. I can add a reputation to Jimmy. Jimmy's obviously a villain, and even so, okay. So some of these bosses are going to kill you no matter what. However, they're going to either positively or negatively affect your reputation. For instance, Jimmy is obviously going to be the type of person that murders civilians. I mean, look at that. Look at that civilian murdering face. Like, that's a certified Jimmy thing to kill a civilian, I feel like. So he's going to be a villain. Now, you can still kill him if you want, but is going to affect your reputation in a positive way. So even if you're a villain and you kill Jimmy, it is going to positively affect... Yeah, see? Jimothy. So what I want to do is I want to, before I actually do anything else, I want to add him to the reputation system. Yeah. Yeah, I want to add him to the reputation system before anything else. Also, don't let me forget that I work in like an hour. Alright, so... And then I also want to work on the power system too. Alright, you should be in a Mr. Beast video where the challenge is to not say anything controversial. Oh, damn. Okay. Bro, stop being yourself. That is a lasting command. Like, take that to heart. I mean that in the most insulting way possible as well. Thank you, Jolly. Appreciate that. I'm just gonna... So I already have the Jimmy tag system, so I just need to do... Boop. 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 I think that's all I need to keep. Alright, so this is Jimmy's reputation. Another thing is that the reputation will be in the below name. So it'll be scored objectives, set display, below name, reputation. That way you can always see another player's reputation whenever you approach them. And you can... Shut up, color. So what's the tag here? I forget. Jimmy Killer. What do you guys think for Jimmy? I feel like Jimmy's worth 10 husks, right? We'll say, or 10 murderers, maybe. He is a supervillain. That's okay. It's definitely be more than 1,000, but I think we'll do with this. I think it'll be more like 10,000 to be superhero, supervillain. I don't know. We'll decide that later once I kind of have this stuff figured out. My power levels should be fluctuating. Jimmy Killer. Okay. So yeah, now my power level when I kill a Jimothy is going to greatly increase. My reputation, I mean, not my power. Yeah, Jimmy is on this. I agree. So now I'm gonna start introducing the power system. So the power system is only going to go up. And I think what I'm gonna do for the power system is there's basically gonna be 5 ranks of power. So you start like level 0, then you get to level 1, level 2, whatever. And what that's going to do is going to give you an extra bar of energy. So when I do an ability, you can see my energy appear, and I have like 10 of these squares. So I think each power level is going to give you an extra square. And that's just going to be like a permanent upgrade unless you die. Like fully die, not just get knocked out. So I think now would be a good time to make the power system. Add power dummy. And so your power is only going to go up. There's not going to be any, other than dying, which resets your power, there's going to be nothing that lowers it. Well, maybe I'm not getting knocked. No. Yeah, it's going to be nothing. Unfortunately. You guys are... I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But that's kind of standard at this point, I feel like. So whatever. Okay, so... Score. Players add A. Tag equals Jimmy Killer. Power, I'll say 100. I don't know. I'm making up numbers right now. Score objectives. Display sidebar power. Okay. Summit. No. I can just do this. You're right, Jimothy. Sorry, you are Jimmy. That was rude, Jimmy. Boom. So now I have 100 power. So if I load him again... Why does he have so little? Oh, because I added Smite 5. Which is a lot of damage. Yeah. So now I get 100 power level every time that I kill a Jimmy. So yeah, so that's going to be the basic system. So the two main systems that are really going to be balancing, like that are going to be the things that you're constantly changing. It's going to be your power level, which is only going to go up, and it's going to be anytime you do something. So it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Even if you're like a hero and you do something bad, you're still going to gain power from it. I'm not going to do like minor things like killing civilians or murderers. They're not really going to affect your power level because I don't know, they're not that important. And I don't necessarily want people to just be farming civilians for leveling up power. I think it should affect your reputation because that's kind of how reputation is going to work. You know, anything you do is going to affect your reputation, but your power level is going to be doing like boss fights and other similar type events. Mosquitoes are known for their ability to run. All right. Okay, so we have the basic systems done for power and reputation. I'm not going to make the energy systems for the different power levels, but basically the more you power up, the more energy you have, which means the more you will be able to spam abilities. I called it Jimothy. Yeah. James, Jimmy, Jim, Jimothy. Okay. Let's start... Nope. Gotta go back. For safety reasons, I'm going to remove all these. Type equals CCH. Add civvy spawner. Civvy spawn. Alright. Alright. Now we're just going to add some civilian spawners. I don't play servers, so I have no input on this, to be clear. But yeah, so like I said, what I really want to see is kind of like actually have the city somewhat feel alive. Because you can have civilians, you can have murders, that like no matter where you are in the city, there's going to be like some kind of activity happening. What are you guys talking about? So yeah, once I have kind of the reputation system and some civilian spawners kind of around the map, I'll probably do another episode, like not streaming, I mean, about the KaosVerse, just kind of like, there's gonna be general updates, so you guys don't feel the need to watch like every single stream. Or any of them, honestly. Like, you don't have to. They're probably not gonna be that exciting, especially when I can have the regular updates are gonna be in the episodes. But I am really hoping that the city is actually going to feel kind of alive with all the kind of civilians and other stuff that's going about. One of the things that I think is going to kind of make or break this project is how the actual city feels. And I feel like if you have, constant activity, even if it's just minor stuff, like, civilians and murderers running about a little bit, I think that's going to make a big difference in making this whole project work. I'm probably not going to do anything in the train. Alright. I think this kind of covers the main area, the central area. Yeah, but I don't really want to play the servers, to be honest. I honestly, I don't enjoy playing other people's servers that much. I find a lot more joy making my own stuff. Yeah, mine is this guy named Color. You can just stop being friends with somebody if they're not like a good person. You don't have to be friends with people you don't want to be friends with. It's actually this really interesting strat. Yeah, do you see how it is, color? Oh, also, so people curious, there's gonna be a couple people working on this. I recently talked with or sorry, I was reached out to by Anonymous Commands, who's another YouTuber, also a very active member of our Discord. Those of you who are in our Discord, if you're not, join it. But he likely will also be helping out with this project because he reached out to me and said he wanted to help. So I'm not exactly sure. What I'm probably gonna have him do is help making like some of the events that are gonna be happening about. How exactly, I'm not sure yet. Remember, this is still very early into the project, it's not even a week old yet. So I'm not sure how everything's gonna go play out. There's obviously a lot that can change. I'm a week into this project. Oh, this is cool. Been here yet. Nice. So, oh yeah, so one of the other things that I'm thinking. Let me see if I'm missing anything in chat. Okay, so one of the other things that I'd like to do is cool kind of quests, and one of the ideas that I have for quests is there could be like a way for criminal or like the villains to kind of be like, uh, plant a bomb on like a place and it has like a fuser, and then it will alert everybody who's like actively playing right now, and basically it'll become kind of like a player's started PvP event. So what's going to be happening then is a player will, uh, excuse me, I zoned out for a second. So basically, players will be able to intervene. So like superheroes can try and like stop the bombs from going off, and the villains will kind of be able to defend it. So if the bombs go off, then the criminal who started the thing gets positive reputation and gets bonus power. If the superheroes can defuse it, then they get like positive reputation and power, as well as like I'm also gonna probably have a money system. But yeah, I'm going to add terrorism. Terrorism will be an integral part of the gameplay of this map. Don't clip that either. And there'll probably be something similar for heroes. So for instance, like heroes might, I don't know, set up some kind of surveillance satellite, or I don't know, something superhero-y that they would do. And it'll like kind of announce it in chat, and there'll be like a timed event where criminals have the opportunity to try and stop it. So this will kind of like be almost like quest things that players can force these kind of like, it's weird, can force these kind of PvP type events. I'm not doing that color, but I appreciate the kind of creeper remove reputation. I'm probably not gonna add creepers because I feel like they don't make sense with the theme of this map, to be honest. What is hitting random stuff occasionally make me? Why is that make? Hold on. Do you see this? Look, if I run into it, it makes me stop flying. Do you see this? I swear I'm not hitting. I swear I'm not stopping flying. Okay, is it if I hit my head? What the heck? Wait, what if I hit it on like a normal block? What? What about a wall? This is so weird. I've never. What if I hit both? That makes me stop flying. What? That is so weird. Okay, sorry. Any groups of two towers. Shut up, John. Two KaosVerse Easter egg and secrets hidden in the game. There actually will be some Easter eggs in the game, but most of you guys won't get them because they're from my previous realms. Nothing personal. I'm the emoji part too. It's amusing. I don't really care. It's a minor bug. I don't really care about the minor bugs. It's like, okay, you hit an iron bar with your head while flying in creative mode. Stop flying. It's not game breaking. Not the end of the world this time. Okay, let me try the wall again though. I'm just curious. No, just iron bars. Okay. That's so weird. Wait, what do we have to do? Throw an egg? I'll throw an egg. I think that's what I have to do. Egg. I think killing chickens gives you positive reputation. Don't ask for me to elaborate. I don't intend to. Look at the chat. I didn't. Was it someone with eggs and snowballs? Oh no, I had to throw a snowball. That's right. I don't know why that's black. There we go. Eggs, snowballs, eggs, snowballs. No, yeah, it's not $1. It's 99 cents. Good point. Good point. Color's literally gonna waste all his Minecraft money. Getting me into something stupid I don't even know I'm supposed to do. Yeah, so it's gonna be a realm. You guys will all be able to join it. You know, there will be probably some open betas that will be out at a certain point, so you guys can kind of like test out the systems early. Not sure how soon I intend on getting a beta out. I mean, once I have the core systems, I could do a beta. And by core systems, I mean like the basic reputation system, as well as like the class choosing, like being able to actually select your powers. Since I kind of have the reputation of the power system working, I can essentially have a beta whenever I do the class collection, like the class selection system working, but I don't know if I'm doing that. Do you have certain ideas for items? I don't have certain ideas for certain items. Honestly, I don't. Taxes, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Is a boss in the game to battle? Yeah, there's already one boss. There's no spawn system for him yet, but there is a boss. His name is Jimmy. I'll show you Jimmy. Actually, I got this one first. Okay, I'll show you Jimmy now. Can we join the realm? You can join the realm, just not yet. You're welcome to videos. Alright, let me find a good spot. Here's my Jimmy summoning spot. Structure, load. Jimmy. Here's the first boss that I've added to the game. As you can see, he's a husk with iron armor. And he shoots these things, which damage me and drain my energy. I'll do a little boss fight. Give a break. I think I'm gonna buff Jimmy still, though. I think he needs like speed or something like that. Stream freeze for you guys. It's still going on my phone. Alright, here's a little boss fight example for you guys. This is I'm prepared to be Jimmy. I am gonna make civilians randomly talk to you as well as bosses randomly talk in chat, just because I think it's funny. They're not gonna say anything like important or meaningful at all. It's just gonna be like random pieces of dialogue, like prepare to be Jimmy'd. Yeah, I think Jimmy needs some speed to be a little more interesting. But you can see his attacks like drain my mana. And boom, I just murdered Jimmy. Jimmy was not prepared to be Jimmy'd. Yeah, you can see he kind of talks in chat, which I think is funny. That's funny, kind of. Jimmy Neutron. Right, let's make a spawn system and see how terribly this goes. Okay, score, objectives, add, city, dummy. Objective, set display sidebar, city. Now we're in the spawn system, and hopefully I don't mess this up. Okay. Scoreboard, players, test, at Civi. Civi. How many max? We'll say 30 max. No, we'll say 0.29. Okay. Then conditional. Pop. Boop. Okay. Executes at R. At R. At R equals 50. Actually, should do like 45. 45. Tag equals civi. Spawn. Player. Run. Summon. Villager. And then set this John. Oh, frick. I did that wrong. Scoreboard player set civi 0. I literally can't type right now apparently. Scoreboard player set no. Executes as an E type equals villager. Run scoreboard players add civi 1. Then this. Then turn this to this. Was active. And say 40. Alright, hey man, could you make a tutorial on everything you did in this realm? No. It's a tutorial on the world border with commands. I think people have done tutorials on world borders before. You probably be able to find one. I think I've seen videos of them before. Is be a weapons in the KaosVerse to find it? I have no idea what you said. I could job you for a bit. I assume that's not to me. And colors doing random symbols. Okay, that's the update on chat. Also, do you guys want a tutorial on this? You guys really want a tutorial on this? You guys don't want to do this. Trust me. You don't want to do this. Look how many commands this is. You don't want a tutorial on this. Oh, are they outdated? I haven't actually seen it. I mean, I could do one sometime. Yeah, you guys don't want tutorials and everything in this room, do you? Yeah. No asking for tutorials. 0, 0. Let's see how that works. Civilians are populating the area. This might actually work just how I wanted it to. Command terror for terrorist units. I just need a second one. You don't though. You don't. You definitely want it more than I want to do it. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, so look at this. So now the general area is going to be oh, I should probably increase the despawn radius, shouldn't I? I feel like it's going to be way too low. So let's do civi despawn. It's this one. Okay. We'll make it 75, I think. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So basically what we should see is that the whole area is progressively getting filled up with civilians. Is there a way to get block in your game? I literally don't know what you're saying. All right, so yeah, I guess look at this, guys, because now it's like an actual city. There's like people in the city. Ah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work wonderfully. I gotta make a backup real quick. Okay. Don't look at my stuff. Color knows exactly why I'm scrolling so slowly through my world list. Is there a way to get block in here? I still don't know what you mean. Okay, so yeah, now we have an actually populated city. I'm not gonna add the murderers quite yet, because I think I just need to do separate spawn systems for them. But look at this, guys. I mean, let me get a kelp so I can fly. So look, it's going to be an actual populated city. I'm going to add some little dialogue events too. Like if you're near a civilian, I might have like a little keep locking your game. Yeah, so yeah, I have a lot of worlds. So yeah, but basically what I'm trying to do here is, I mean, look at this. This is a populated city. Look at this. And kind of as I fly around, it's going to despawn civilians, kind of spawn them elsewhere. So there's going to be kind of civilians in the area. It's not the best spawn system in the world, admittedly. But, you know, this is going to allow... Is there any civilian spawners near here? Yeah, there is. Okay. Yeah. So they're going to be, like, certain areas are probably going to have more civilians, obviously, because it makes more sense for them to be kind of in the central area, unless it's kind of in the fringe areas where they are now. But basically, this way, there's always going to be civilians kind of all over the map, so I think this is going to make the world just a lot more alive. Which I think is going to be very important for the success of this map. So kind of, yeah, anywhere, I want it to be kind of like anywhere you go that you would expect to find civilians, you would actually end up finding civilians. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh, I definitely just tried to murder a civilian. So the other worrying thing is there's areas like this, because there's going to be an adventure mode. So there's definitely spots like down here. Wait, what is this? Yeah. So definitely spots like this that worry me, because players are going to get stuck if they don't have certain abilities. So what am I going to do about that? I don't know. I don't know. Just hope for the best. We're gonna patch them up, and people who I have working on the project, if you guys ever see any holes like this that players are gonna get stuck down at the bottom of the map, please patch them up so that players don't get like stuck, because they're gonna be in adventure mode, they can't break blocks. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about that. They're gonna be all over the map. I might have like a system for that. Now, like some people are gonna have flight, so it's not gonna be an issue for them. They can get out, but like some people won't have the flying ability, and I don't want them for like getting perpetually stuck in some of these crevice areas like this. Yeah, so fortune favors the bold. Why don't I use NPCs? NPCs won't interact. Yeah, they don't really do anything. So, do I need to friend you to join your realms? No, you won't. I'll just be able to post the realm code, but I'm not. The realm's not up yet. It's not gonna be up for a while. I just started this project like earlier this week, like literally on Thursday, and today's Saturday. I've been working a lot. I work at a dog kennel, for those of you who don't know. So yes, you can now murder civilians at will. So that's one of those things where you're being careful. If you have an ability that does damage to multiple enemies at once, and you're trying to fight somebody in a populated area, uh, yeah, you need to be careful. But yeah, I think the civilian spawn system works kind of how I want it to, and I think it'll make it feel like a actually populated city without causing too much lag, because there'll only be 30 civilians max at a time, and this should always be around the player. I imagine that I can actually have an open beta within a few weeks. Realistically, the only thing I need at this point for an open beta is the power selection system. Oh, man. Yeah, there's tons of areas players can get stuck. I might have to... Jeez, I don't know what to do with that. We're gonna have to flick a return to spawn system, probably. Yeah, and if you're a villain and you're fighting people, you should be encouraged to just murder whoever you want. However, if you see criminals, you don't want to accidentally murder a criminal, or you will lose reputation. You know, maybe you're fighting there's a bunch of criminals around. So I'm gonna have spawn systems for the criminals, but they're gonna be like their own. It's gonna be the same system. There's gonna be way less of them. They're gonna spawn way less often, and they have slightly different spawn spots, but they will be near civilians, so that they will occasionally kill civilians. Probably not. I'm gonna keep this project fairly small. Yeah, I mean, you could farm civilians, but just like, you know. Oh, I will not be still live. I'm actually gonna end the stream like now, probably. Why are you stuck? Because I have to go to work in 30 minutes. Yeah, hopefully I will get the open beta to maybe within like a week or two, honestly. But I want to make some more powers before I do that. I got like the murder spawn system, the Jimmy spawn system, but I have kind of the base elements that I want. They're going to give you a basic feel of how this map's going to work. Also going to need to do some stuff like testing PvP, because I have not done that yet. I've not tested any of these abilities with PvP, although they should technically all work. I cannot confirm nor deny. So I like this feeling where I'm just kind of like flying above them, just striking civilians with lightning. How many powers does it get in this game? Currently there's 5 accessible. You're not going to be able to have all 5 at once. There's going to be a system whenever you start your character, we'll basically have, say, 100 points. And maybe the ability of flight will cost 30 points. The sonic punch will cost 50 points or something like that. So you'll be able to mix and match, but you will have like a set total number of abilities that you can have. Is basically how it's going to function. If that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. Yeah, I don't know. Bye, I guess. Where's my end stream button? Here we go. Bye.